Hello guys, Alex the Grumpy One here, and today we got Audi Q3, but this will be the same for Audi A3s as well, and Q5s and etc. So today we're dealing with the heater motor, the issue that I've had. So basically what happened, well in my case it's a bit different, but I'll show you the whole procedure, how to diagnose the problem. What happened in my case, it was working, I was driving, and obviously this was on full blast. I went to lower it down, it wouldn't lower down, and I start smelling a burning smell, and then smoke start coming out from there. And as you can see, it burned the plug there that goes into the actual fan. So this is the new fan, and it's obviously part of the fan, as you can see there. So this is the plug that caught fire, and usually that is caused by the fan failing or becoming restricted or spinning, and it gets overheated and too much current goes in there, or if your unit fails on it as well, resistor, which is this bit here, if that fails, it also obviously puts too much voltage into it and it melts in there, and the whole unit overheats. And obviously, like I said, my one melted and actually joined the contact. So when I actually turned this off and turned the ignition off, the fan carried on going. It was literally going for it full speed. So what I had to do is pull that cover off and unplug either this plug that's from the control unit going into it, or this one of them needs to be unplugged, and then it stops. But yeah, even with the car off, locked, it still carried on going and obviously burning and smoking. So that was quite good that I managed to stop and unplug it in time. But yeah, now I'm going to show you quickly the first check if your fan is not actually working, if your screen's obviously showing different speeds and it's not working, or if it's only working in some of the speeds. That means that your resistor is not working. But if you got a fan that's completely not working, I'll show you a couple of things that you need to check first. So the first check I would do if the fan completely not working is check the fuse. Obviously owner's manual, you can find it on the page 193, and you have got number 50 there, 40 amp fuse, which will show you where it's located in the car. So this will be the first check I would do. So just pop this cover open and then squeeze the tabs, and you got all the fuses there, and the fuse you're looking for is that one. There's little tiny numbers under them, you can't see it, but that 41 is the one you need to check. You got the tool there if you want to pull the fuse out. I would highly recommend having ignition off, obviously turned off, before you do. So check it, see if it's blown or not, and then once you've done that check, the next step will be checking the resistor, but I'll show you that in a second. So if the fuse is alright, and like I said, if it only works at certain speeds, not on all the speeds, then like I say, it's definitely the resistor they got here, so you need to replace that unit. And the link will be in the description below for the whole fan, and also if you want just a resistor. But to be honest, I would replace the whole unit. They're not that expensive, they're about 50 quid, which is not bad at all for an aftermarket fan. That's what I bought here. It was £47 delivered, and it came with the resistor already built in, and obviously the whole new fan. Although my one worked obviously before it burned, but I want to replace it just to be safe and just to show you better. That's what happened to the plug. It's all melted and joined the contacts together, so that's not good at all. So the first thing I would check if it's completely not working is this plug here, because sometimes you can get water in there, or these wires can get burnt as well in case there was some overload on the system. But yeah, unplug it, so it's nice and easy. There's a tab that you need to pull off, and that one there on both sides, so you open them up and unplug it from there. As you can see, there's the plug. Obviously the fan is located there under here, so you can see the plugs, they go into the resistor there, and obviously that one is a part of the fan unit and the resistor. As you can see here, it's all together, so you can't really get it apart. So to get the unit out, so all I had to do is pull the cover off. So it's nice and easy. There's only a couple of little plastic trims that hold it in. So once you get that off, you obviously got the fan there, and the fan has got one screw. I'm going to show it on here because it's easier. Aftermarket has got this here as well. So usually you have got a screw. My one didn't have any screws, so I think it's been replaced before, or something happened to it before, so it was missing. But yeah, there's one screw usually holding it in, and once you unscrew it, all you have to do is turn it. So obviously in there, so if you twist it anti-clockwise. That's what I had to do. You can see all the plastic tabs there, they just come free and the whole unit just falls out. And then obviously you can replace it. You just pull it out of there. You need to give it a bit of wiggle because there's some covers in the way, but it will come out, as you can see. So that's the old unit out. As you can see, there's corrosion there, and it doesn't spin as well as that one does. Look at that, that's nice and free. This one does seize up quite a bit, so I suspect it just overloaded the system and obviously overheated the wiring, and pop it went. As you can see, it melted the contact there as well. So yeah, that's not good at all. So what we're going to do now, that can be plugged in on a new fan straight away. You don't need to unplug it, just fit it with that already plugged in. So what we're going to do, I do apologize for shaking the camera. I usually film with the proper camera, but today I'm using the phone because it's just something that I'm sorting out quickly. But yeah, what we do now is literally locate that back in there. Before you remove that one, just see how it sits in there, so you know where exactly it needs to end up being fitted. And then once it's in, just plug that in, turn the ignition on, and see, well, obviously make sure it's secure, and then see if it's working and if it fixed the problem for you. To fully lock it in place, obviously before you put the screw in, you will need to lift this tab up, and obviously when you're taking the old one out, you have to lift it up as well. I'm just going to show you quickly where it is. Again, sorry for shaking the phone, but it's in a really awkward place. So there's the arrow, and you can see the arrow on the bit that's part of the fan. So just lift it up and it comes out of there, of that lock, and it shows you obviously the arrow. If you follow the arrow, that's to undo it. So just lift that little tab and turn it anti-clockwise and the whole thing will come out. So like I said, all I've got left now is to plug it in and I'll be able to see if it works. Right guys, so I got the ignition on. I'm just going to turn it on. Yep, that's all working. Brilliant. So that's all fixed. And all the speeds are working. So that's perfectly fine. Lovely. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped you guys and you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Like I said, you got a fuse location. You got that if some of these speeds don't work, it's because it's a resistor on the fan unit. If the panel doesn't work, then obviously you might have a faulty panel or you might have a blown fuse. Or like I say, if it's completely not working, then it's highly likely to be your fan that's located behind the glove box under there, as you've seen in my video. So don't forget to give us a like, subscribe and comment below if it helped you. Have a good day. Bye.